Perfect. Great. Perfect.
I am Emily from Idol Production of Chicago and Dada Bex Basile Shop. Buying at for people with disabilities that appears on the cable channel 19 on TV. Please meet Miss is one of the participants today. He is wanna introduce himself briefly.
Hello, my name is Alexander Brown, and I'm the Executive Director of Freedman Place. We're a supportive living program on the northwest side of Chicago.
What inspired you to work at the Freedman Place?
So I'm a social worker by training, and I've done a lot of different kind of work, mostly different types of residential work, mostly in residential programs.
Okay.
And I've been here at Freedman Place for 11 years. Next week is my anniversary.
That's a bad.
And what inspires me is the opportunity to get to really know the residents day in and day out, to have lunch with them, to work with them, to get to know them really well. And our residents are blind, but they're really here because of their medical needs. So our residents typically have multiple chronic health conditions, diabetes, arthritis, heart disease, along with their vision issues. And what really inspires me is their resilience. So it's hard to be ill, and it's hard to be in a situation of having to live in a place that is not necessarily of your own choice. And to see people sort of move forward to achieve goals and their resilience.
What one must do to get involved with Freedman Place?
So there are a lot of opportunities to be involved. There is an application process to become a resident. And to be a resident, essentially, you must be at least legally blind and appropriate for this level of care, essentially an assisted living level of care. We have jobs from social workers to cooks to servers to nurses to certified nursing assistants to maintenance. And to get involved is to apply online. We also have volunteers. We have a lot of different kind of.
So you guys, you do allow people. How about people who are not blind?
Well, they can't live here. To be a resident or a client in one of our other programs, you have to be at least legally blind. That's been our mission since 1935.
What program do you have?
Our main program is our residential program, our supported living program. We have this large building on the northwest side of Chicago. We have 85 residents of all ages, mostly older adults who live here. Some people will live here for many, many years. Some people just for a shorter period of time. That's our residential program. We have the rental assistance program, where folks who are blind and living in their own apartments throughout Illinois, we can help to pay their rent. We can pay up to $300 a month of their rent. And then we have what's called our Navigator program, where people who are blind throughout Illinois, we can help with case management, finding them resources, helping them get public entitlements, finding jobs, anything they need.
What about people who are not let's say other people when they want to work here? What about that? apart from people here?
When they want to work here,
What about the individuals if they want to work here, apart from the ones who are working here?
I'm not sure.
For example, let's say some of the people want to work here. So what about them?
I mean, the residents, if they want to work,
The non-residents.
they can apply for a job, go online and apply for a job to work here. Pin.
So, when did the free debate begin? When did free debate begin?
In the early 1930s,
Oh,
a group of adult blind Jewish men came together to help each other because no one else was. In 1935, they incorporated as the Association for Jewish Blind, and they bought a small 3-flat in Chicago. Over the decades, it grew and grew. They had a large building on the northwest side that had about 45 residents. And then in the early 2000s, we changed. And we became Freedman Place. We're not a religious organization, except everyone. We always have.
yeah.
And we moved into this much, much larger building. So our roots go back to the early 1930s.
Oh, so it started from zero.
In the 1930s.
Oh, wow, that's fabulous. So is there more than what is this free debate place? Places like free debate place in the country? Is there more than one?
There aren't. So we're very unique. There is a similar kind of program, another supported living program in Springfield, Illinois, called the Mary Bryant Hub. It's about half our size, also serves people who are only blind. There are different kinds of housing programs across the country that serve the blind, but nothing like this that really specializes exclusively on people who are blind.
Infinite. If a person with disabilities wants to work here, do you have any open seats or should they look elsewhere for employment opportunities?
We have a number of staff with disabilities who work here. And, we're particularly interested in hiring people with vision problems. So anyone, whether they have a disability or not, I'd encourage them to apply.
What about the blind one? Have you ever put them?
With a number of staff over the years, who've been blind, yeah.
In the case disabled people do not have anywhere to stay, what should he or she do?
It's a real problem. So I'm working with 2 people right now who are in Chicago, who are blind and are homeless. And one is living in a shelter, and one hopefully will be getting into a shelter. There are very, very few resources, and a lot of shelters, even though it's not legal, will say, I'm not going to serve someone who is blind. So it's a real challenge. In Chicago, if you're homeless, you can call 311 and try to get into a shelter, but there aren't enough beds. So it's a real challenge for folks. We have people we work with, people who become residents who sometimes are in homeless shelters. More often when they're in that situation, they'll stay with different friends. They'll stay with one friend for 2 weeks and then another friend called couch surfing. It's not a good way to live. It's a hard way to live.
Where do you recommend disabled people to go for higher learning or further studies?
I think people with disabilities who want to pursue higher education should pursue the best place they can get into and afford. For specific skills, blind skills, Illinois is very fortunate to have the iCree Center, which is in Chicago, which is both a day program school and a residential school that teaches people the skills to be blind, from using a white cane to how to cook and prepare meals to adaptive technology. So,
For how long would a disabled person stay in a particular place like treatment place?
so our residents, we have about 85 residents of all ages over age 22. Most of our residents are over age 50. They stay with us approximately, on average, 7 years.
No more than that?
Nope, they can stay much longer. Some residents will stay for 25, 30 years, for as long as they want. Some people much less, but the average is 7 years. So we're fortunate we can provide permanent supported housing to someone. But there are times that someone's health becomes such that they need to go to a nursing home, or someone comes in, gets healthier, learns the blind skills, moves out into an apartment in the community. And in those cases, we can help provide rent assistance. We can help pay for their rent and case management. So there's no time limit. We'll stay as long as it's helpful to them.
Well, a disabled person needs social life support at the Fisherman Center.
The social life,
Support.
we provide a range of activities. They're all optional. So some residents are very involved in our social and our recreational and educational activities. Other folks keep to themselves. That's absolutely fine. So last Friday, we had a huge New Orleans jazz party. We had a band in here and we were dancing.
Oh, wow.
We go on shopping trips weekly. In good weather, we go to a lot of concerts and outside activities. And we have activities in the building as well. We also have a large weaving studio. And again, all those things are available, but not required. And if I can just put in a plug, for more information, look at our website, www.friedmanplace.org. And it's like Friedman. So
Friedman, that's Friedman. Okay.
it is Friedman, but it's
That's it.
spelled like Friedman. FRIEDMANPLACE.org. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our show. Please support the show to live a full life in the Freedman Place Center. It was a beautiful day for everything to show the strength of the Freedman Center. Thank you.
That's right. Thank you.
Are you tired of the same old programming? Looking for something unique and diverse? Introducing CanTV's Great at 8. Join us every Wednesday at 8 p.m. for an amazing lineup of independently produced shows created by members of our community. With support from CanTV, this programming block showcases the best community-produced content in all of Chicago. Tune in Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and discover the best community-produced content Chicago has to offer.
Oh, thank you.
Hello, I'm Emille Nabweteme, adult production of Chicago.
I am Kevin McFadden from Chicago and down. Remember, accent this.
What points did you make in your talk today?
Well,
Speak loud.
one main point is to get screening when you go to see your primary doctor. Get screening for cancer because you never know if you ever or not.
Okay.
Such in my case, I was satisfied by a truck.
Okay. You can look at me.
February 10th, 2023.
Uh-huh.
And I went to Trinity Hospital and they arrested.
Okay.
Took a second time for a semi-truck to force me off the road. And I injured myself, man, badly.
Okay.
So I went to the hospital the very next day. They kept me for 6 days on day 4. They came back and took me. They diagnosed me with liver cancer. And the liver cancer spread into my mouth. So I'm fighting cancer now since. I think everybody says April.
Okay.
No, since May 10th.
Uh-huh.
I'm 2023.
Okay. So what can advocacy accomplish in getting screening and care for cancer?
Well, That's the one thing. Cancer is very painful.
Speaking up.
Cancer is very painful. Um, I mean, all kind of things that I mean, for me years, experience all kind of pains. But that don't feel like human cancer. It's different. Very different. Makes your whole body different. There's some pains you never forget, I know that. And so, now, I'm trying to understand pain free. The slightest thing, you feel that pain coming on, I think everybody has some more.
Yeah. How is this program useful to people with disabilities?
Well, good question. One thing you gotta work always on your mind by keeping your mind concentrated on your disability. Then you gotta work about keeping yourself healthy. Rather being in pain from cancer, it's a struggle. It really is a struggle every day. Right? I ain't coping with it. And I live my life like I was cancer free. But what matter, I always know I have cancer, I'm fighting.
Is there more points you want to talk about cancer? Is there more points you want to say about cancer?
Well, all I know is that first off, I never knew I had cancer. My relative doctor until my cancer specialist told me that I had cancer for many years before they found it. Because when I was diagnosed with stage 4. I've been fighting it now for the past 11 months, 12 months, and it's clearing up in my liver. However, bone cancer is something different. I'm going as a cure for it. Right now, they stabilize it so it don't spread.
I don't know.
Yes, well, the starting point of pain killer for cancer, believe it or not, there was baby Spanish leaves and blueberries, and I started upon that because I think typically around the narcos, and also since I've been diagnosed with cancer, I think 15 milligrams of morphine together with celebrations, but before I knew I had that, I knew I had to eat before taking the hydrochloride because it will, that narcotic will affect you in many different type of ways. So I keep baby spinach and leaves in my fridge by my bedside and blueberries, and just so happened I knew, like my doctor always told me, that if you eat green leafy vegetables, it'll fight cancer. I did not know that fighting cancer like that kills the pain. That was by accident, but that's a good way of fighting cancer. I'm fighting the drain field, I'm dreaming and cancer by your bedside, you know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching our show.
Bye. So nice.
Ryan, can you tell me what brought you to the forum today?
Well, I was asked to moderate the panel on the experiences of the people with disabilities with cancer. And I think this is a very important issue because it is not talked about in cancer or forms of cancer organizations, and we need to bring attention to that.
what can advocacy accomplish in getting screening and care for cancer?
Well, with advocacy, we can advocate for the rights of cancer patients with disabilities and let those medical centers know that, like, accessible screening equipment is needed, adjustable exam tables so people can be appropriately checked, get exams are needed, and through our advocacy, we can make changes in hospitals. We can change attitudes of health professionals, and um, we can also make changes at the local or state level through bills and other legislation or policy.
Okay.
Is there a wonderful point you want to say about cancer?
Is there what?
Is there something else you want to say about cancer?
Well, cancer can affect anyone at any time, and people with disabilities are in that part of everyone. So we really need to include them in the services we give people. They need to have regular exams, just like anyone else, regular cancer screening, and doctors in the whole medical field needs to treat people with disabilities in a manner that is respectful of their needs and that makes them want to come in for cancer screening and cancer treatment.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching the show. Can you tell me what brought you to the forum today?
I am a cancer and disability advocate here in the community of Chicago. I've worked with AYAs and adults with disabilities and cancer for a long time, and I'm also a cancer survivor. So I was also speaking today talking about cancer and disability and different challenges that people with disabilities who also face cancer deal with.
Okay. What points did you make in your talk today?
In the talk today, I talked about the different barriers that people with disabilities face when getting treatment, when they also face cancer, be that physical access to treatment or transportation or attitudinal barriers, as in being treated as if they maybe can't make their own medical decisions, be it them having barriers in communication or information, and having to make sure that information is accessible for people who have cancer and disability, and that they can communicate about what formats they need, whether it be large print or braille or even a sign language interpreter. And also financial barriers, talked about different financial barriers that people with cancer and disability may face when facing expenses for both issues. Yeah, those were some of my main points from today.
Oh, I see. How does cancer affect one's life? How does cancer affect one's life?
Cancer can affect one's life in a lot of ways. I would say that nearly everybody knows somebody that has gone through cancer, or maybe they're a cancer survivor, or they might be helping to care for someone with cancer, or maybe even caring for the children of someone with cancer as they get the help they need. Cancer, the impact of it kind of radiates out into the community. It really can affect everybody, whether indirectly as a community member or directly as a cancer survivor.
Is there one more point you want to say to people while we're facing the coverage?
I would just say I was glad to speak here today, and I just want to say be aware of the needs of cancer survivors, patients, and their families in the community. And I would encourage people to advocate for helping people meet those needs regardless of ability. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for watching our show.
With